you see like Helen Mirren and, you know, some of these big celebs, for us here in South Australia, our public health officer during COVID, Professor Nicola Spurrier, she had this amazing grey hair. She was gorgeous.
Looked great.
Yeah, it looked really, really good.
Every child is different, but take that opportunity because they will grow up fast. And when you see adolescence, it will coincide with like, we're always going to be busy, but it'll make sense.
I mean, I thought LOL meant lots of love. You know, like I'm so far behind.
Does it not mean that?
Isn't it laugh out loud?
Yeah, it's laugh out loud.
Yeah.
What else is it meant to
I
be?
thought it was lots of love. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, we could go. Well,
my
it's
text
both.
messages,
It's both,
my
isn't
text
it?
messages to a few men in my life were really inappropriate. Hey there, welcome to the No Woo Woo Wellness podcast, where we want to get you well, make you feel great, have some good conversations without worrying about all the crystal balls and dolphin sounds. I'm Ali Clark.
I'm Sharon Templeton.
All right, how have you been? I believe that you've been knee deep into a project that you've actually loved.
Love gardening.
Oh, I mean, yay. I mean, good. I'm jealous. I kill everything.
It's wholesome.
I know it's wholesome. I really, do you know what? Every single year I start a veggie garden with the kids and it lasts about 7 weeks because there's no consistency of water, except one year we tried really hard for tomatoes and then I did the math and the 2 tomatoes we got off the plant cost $87 in water bills.
Oh.
So go to her for your gardening.
I've not done tomatoes yet.
Oh,
I've just done herbs, a bit of flowers. I've got this little area that I've created out the back, and there's just something about being in the garden for me. Potting around. I live in the hills, so I'm like, you know, it's therapeutic.
don't your hamstrings hurt?
No.
Oh, God, I must be doing it really
Are you
wrong.
bending over? Like, how are you like?
Well, I've got a lot further to bend than you. Let's do it that way. I'm taller. That must be it.
Yeah. I've got a little knee thing that I like lean on. Geez, I do sound 53 now, don't I? Bloody hell, it's not floral.
But see, gardening is one of those things that I've always wanted to be able to do, and it's kind of in, you know, the alternate world that we might live in when we finally grow up, and I'm going to be really responsible with my tax. ATO people listening, the accountant does it, it's fine. But I want to be really responsible with my tax and my banking. I'm going to have a really nice garden and grow my own veggie. You know what I mean? Like that grown up thing.
Yeah.
Gardening's too scary.
Gardening is like something that you need to have time to do, but I do feel like if it's important, I make the time to do it because it's just like, and it's kind of, you know what I like about gardening? This is what I like about gardening. Is we were just talking.
Come on, John Burke, tell me.
I'm going to tell you what I like.
What?
I like to see the progress.
Yeah.
A very small little progress. So I've got these 3 big, sort of tubs and I've planted them. And when I start to see the progress, well, there's nothing nicer when you're cooking and you go out the back and you get your little herbs and you're like, I grew that from the garden. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, you know what else?
It's a nice feeling. Well,
Hello,
going to the shop
Uber
and buy
Eats.
that.
All right, welcome back to No Woo Woo Wellness. We've just heard Sharon's had a great week because she's been gardening and getting herself all sorted. I have been absolutely devastated this week. I received and came across, I think, some of the worst news that I have had to deal with in a long time. And ironically, it was at my local supermarket, which you probably don't go to because she grows all her own stuff. I went down the health and beauty aisle and there, as my creaky old knees sort of got me down to the bottom shelf, there I discovered that the hair dye that I religiously buy to cover my greys has gone up by $2. She's laughing. Don't laugh at my despair. Are you joking? Don't laugh at my despair. Look at me. Like, seriously, can you see this? You're sitting there all glam. Mate, I bet you go to a hairdresser. Well, I don't, all right? I don't have time for it. So, L'Oreal Garnier Fructus people, I'm looking at you.
Can you send her like just a couple of months worth of like, products?
Yeah, but you know what? Like the greys are a thing. And I've never been, and this I guess is what I wanted to actually talk about because I think visually for women, that's one of the first ways that we signal that we're getting older. My mum went grey really quite early. I remember, I'll never forget, I was at a swimming carnival and mum was, helping out and volunteering and some other kid said, oh my God, did you see that grandma over there, the grey hair? And I'm like,
How old was she?
She would have been just hitting 40s. She's got really good thick hair. I think that they say that you either get thin hair or you go grey early. Don't know.
Yeah.
But I've gone grey, and I'm trying to dismount from away from, but I just can't. I can't. I think grey hair on some women looks sexy, but I just haven't been able to do it. And it comes through so quick that, I just dye my hair at home. And you know the really shitty bend? So I like a bargain. And so quite often when I go to said, supermarket or whatever, I'll just buy what's on sale. And so when I do ever get my hair blow dry, I actually have different layers of dark brown because I can't remember the brand or the colour.
They call that ombre though, don't they? Don't they call it ombre? That's right. People pay for that stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't the word the hairdresser used when I
Okay, all right. Well, you know.
I look like a reverse skunk. It's gross, help me. So I just think, though, that for whatever reason, that is the last thing I'm holding on. I mean, I've got wrinkles, right? I'm not wearing high heels anymore. I'm going with that sense of aging.
You're embracing it.
Yeah, but not with my hair. Not with my hair. I'm still hung up.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've got a girlfriend that I've been friends with for 30 years, and she's decided to go completely grey.
Yeah, she'd look amazing.
It really suits her. Because she was like, same thing. She'd let it sort of come through, and then she was like, I'm sick of this. I'm there at the hairdressers all the time.
Yeah.
And shout out to your rocks. And she's literally, and it looks great.
See, Mum dyed. She sort of was grey, but then she dyed her hair, and she still dyes her hair. She's like,
does she?
70. Yeah, she still dyes her hair. You know, that sort of orangey type.
Yeah.
Sort of stuff.
Because I've seen when women do it, and this is what Rox did. She literally was just, went fairer and fairer and just sort of started to let the streaks go through. And now she said it's actually really liberating. I've got some fun facts on that too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Go on. Fun fact, some grey, please.
Well,
I need all the help I can get.
It was interesting because when we knew that we were going to talk about this, and bear with me for a minute because, all right, here we go. 47% of women are embracing their grey hair, according to L'Oreal.
Okay,
47%. And then 32% of women reporting finding grey hair by the age of 30 compared with 20% 2 decades ago.
Yeah,
Is that the pressure? One last one was a survey by Grandset found that 70% of women begin to feel invisible as they age.
Yeah, well, I would
Yet
say.
many are embracing their grey hairs to counteract this phenomenon.
Well, I think when you see like Helen Mirren and, some of these big celebs, for us here in South Australia, our public health officer during COVID, Professor Nicholas Spurrier, she had this amazing grey hair. She was gorgeous.
It looked great.
Yeah, it looked really, really good.
Yeah.
I just guess, I don't know. I just, it's something that's I'm not quite there yet.
It's okay.
You reckon?
Well, look, I've got black hair and when I see a few greys come through, I'm like straight up colour it.
Yeah, right.
But I am very much, as you know, I'm a very girly girl and so I'm exactly the same. I don't think I could do it. I don't know if it's from a looks point of view. My identity is black.
Yeah. And
so for me to go from black to grey, I mean, I think kudos to rocks and girls that do it. I think it's awesome.
You're gorgeous.
I'll get there maybe one day.
Do you know the really crappy thing? The one thing that I would always hold in my back pocket, because, when I used to complain to older girlfriends about going grey, they would always come back and go, oh, grey on your hair. Don't worry until you get your first grey downstairs. And the cool thing is that I found that my eyesight has also decreased at the same time. So now I can't even see. I mean, I am probably all grey down there and I'm living in my own little la-la land. And I'm actually okay with that because let's face it, no one wants to put magnifying glasses on and look down there at this stage of our life. Is that fair?
This is true. Well, I'm just clean shaving so I don't even see it. So there we go.
Wow, we're on episode 2.
Boom, episode 2.
Even the dog's disgusted.
There we go. That's what Zook thinks about that. Well.
Okay, this is well, we just want to give you something to do with the upcoming weeks that might get you thinking, might make you feel well. Feel free to drop us some suggestions down below in the comments. And I'm actually bringing this to the table and it's a little bit of a conflict because I didn't feel great after watching it, but I think everybody should watch it. Does that make sense? So talking about Netflix's Adolescence. All right. It is a lot, yeah?
Powerful movie.
So if you haven't, it's a 4-part series. It's actually done by Brad Pitt's production company.
I had a look at that afterwards when I watched it.
Yeah, so it's done by his production company. Don't want to spoil it for everybody, but it's really about the relationship that parents can have with children and what happens and what influences are around children that can take them off the beaten track no matter how engaged you think you are as a parent, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Have I summed that up enough?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Like, putting aside the fact that there's no name actors really in it, putting aside the fact that each episode is done as one take when you watch it, that's
sense.
mind-blowing. So people are actually handing cameras off to each other. It's unbelievable. But it's one of those things where I watched by myself, and then I said to my husband, I need you to watch this with me, with our 2 older kids who are teenagers.
Because, did you watch it all
Yeah,
together?
I did. Yeah. And I think because it deals with the stuff that goes on in social media, it deals with dealing, and what boys especially are dealing with Andrew Tate and that misogyny and everything else that we're seeing and they're hearing so much about. And I just, I look at my little boy who's 13 and think,
same age.
Yeah, what are you actually going through at school, and what are you hearing and talking about with your mates that I don't know about? That's it. And, of course, the little boy in this is 13 years of age as well. So, I think I'm suggesting it because I think it's something that you should watch. But don't come out of it thinking that you're going to have the Disney happiness at the end of it and the big
it's
Disney
heavy.
ending. Yeah.
It's heavy.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It was engaging from the get-go. Like yourself, I watched it by myself, and from the moment that I watched it, it was powerful. It was the acting was good. It was powerful. It was intense. So it just went straight in, and it was confronting. It was confronting, but it was also the effects of social media and the effects of what is actually going on with the kids in their rooms. And I think we spoke about this before, is that, when my daughter was growing up, there was MSN and MySpace. And now that there's so much more of these Facebook and Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram and all of those sorts of things, but very powerful.
And it's also not just the vehicles, right? Because the vehicles, those things, they get inside your kid's bedroom. Whereas before, when we were growing up, if there was stuff going on at school, well, they could stay at school. Like if anyone wanted to get to you, they used to have to ring the phone that would be in the hallway, which would be in the middle of the house, and you'd have to, muffle under your voice, whatever, that such and such is going out with such and such, right?
Yeah.
But also, I think the reason why this is so important to see is I haven't seen anything else that has really dealt with what our little boys are going through. And by that, I mean the influences that they now have access to right around the world. Whereas when we were growing up, parents influenced us, wider family influenced us. Maybe, certainly our mates at school or at sport influenced us. And maybe if we ever found dad's porno in a brown paper bag, that could influence us.
Or under
but that was controllable. What these kids are now having to deal with, and we as parents are having to deal with, is stuff. I mean, I don't even know. I thought LOL meant lots of love. I'm so far behind.
Does it not mean that?
Isn't it laugh out loud?
Yeah, it's laugh out loud.
Yeah.
What else does it mean?
I thought it was lots of love. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, we could go. Well,
my
it's
text
both.
messages,
It's both,
my
isn't
text
it?
messages to a few men in my life were really inappropriate. Anyway, that's your homework. I would love you to go and watch it, or if you have, just drop a comment down below and talk to us about it, because I think the more people that talk about this and see it,
Absolutely.
the better it will be. All right, Sharon's got your homework coming next.
Okay.
All right, come on, Sharon. Give us the homework. You do it with a smile, so we got to do it.
Right? The homework is to grab an opportunity with your children, and it's not, and they're unimpromptu ones. So sometimes, as parents, we'll want to sit down and go, so tell me about your day, and
doesn't that always end
let's go plan something, have some quality time
yeah.
together, and the kids are like, oh my God, Mum, there's seriously, and they've got their mobile phone and they're doing this. It's the opportunities that are organic. Yeah. So, don't miss those unimpromptu, is that the right word?
Yeah, unintended.
Unintended,
yeah.
impromptu, the homework
Incidental
would be that
ones.
incidental one. So there could be an opportunity, you pick them up from school, or, they're in the bedroom or whatever, like casually just go sit on their bed and they'll probably look at you and going like, what are you doing? But just maybe you could even start something and tell them about you. And just say to them, I did something the other day, or what do you think about this? And then start to engage with them. Now, I just think as far as the homework goes is about, what is about just taking an opportunity with your children, because they will grow up fast.
Yeah. I think, and, if we go back to the Adolescence, and for those that have seen it, I think sometimes I get stuck in the habit of putting off some of those incidental things because, I'm going to make a day of it, or an event, or we'll all sit down for a family dinner. But I also, have started to recognise the best conversations I have with the kids are when I'm picking them up from sport or going for a walk, or just something random that hasn't been planned and it just bobs up.
Catch them on that vulnerable time. Sometimes, I used to find sometimes it's bedtime, right? They don't want to go to bed.
Yeah.
And they put it off.
Yeah.
But sometimes that bedtime could be that perfect time of just like hang out with them, and every child is different. Every child is different. But take that opportunity, because they will grow up fast. And when you see adolescence, it will coincide with like, we're always going to be busy, but it'll make sense. So your homework, spend your quality time.
All right, enjoy. We'll be back for another edition of the No Woo Woo Wellness podcast. All right, I'm Ali Clark.
I'm Sharon Templeton.
Have a really well week.